the time. I miss my hair. I haven't seen it in a minute. And my side hair is growing. Well, I don't know about growing, but it has some length. Right, so I'm gonna go get my hair done. I look like a crazy woman, but I'm so happy to wear my dad's hat. I have to eat bread at this time of the night. It's 1:40. But my hair looks good. Yo, the excitement on me is way too much. I've been waiting for this for such a long time. This, oh my god. Wow!
A few moments later.
Independence and freedom have always called my name, but lately I feel it a lot louder than before. The only problem is that procrastination and self-sabotage will not let me prosper. I don't know, can you relate? As you guys know, if you've been a part of this community for a while. By the way, if I continue, where are my manners? My name is Sheila. Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new here, welcome, and for those that have been here a while, welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Now, for sure, I need a well thought out plan, but that's a story for another day. Today, I want to pose a question to you. Do you ever sit down with your thoughts and feelings and your problems just to understand them? The old me would always try to be like, why do I procrastinate? I need to do this, that, all them things, them, without sitting down with these thoughts and understanding why they are there, why I procrastinate, why I self-sabotage. And I took some time last week and sat down with this thought, and so many things came up which I want to share with you guys. So this video is going to be about why I procrastinate, because I was supposed to post another video prior to this one, but I couldn't get myself to record it or even upload it. Good morning, my loves. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I didn't wake up quite as early as I wanted to, but you know what? We move. Because what? Self-sabotage and procrastination, hence this video. One thing about me is that I tend to embrace the good and forget about the bad, yet as a human being, you have the good, the bad, and the ugly, and if you do not come face to face with all the sides of you and love them, then you're bound to keep fighting always. So procrastination and self-sabotage is not one of my best characters right now, so I'm trying to do something about it. And like I always preach, you cannot do something about things you don't understand. So if you don't sit down and understand why you do certain things, then you're going to keep doing them no matter how much you try. This is my invitation to you to sit down with whatever it is you're going through and just understand it better, the good, the bad, the ugly. So many things came up for me. First and foremost, every time I wake up, I'm stuck into this old pattern of hitting snooze, because since the year began, I've been hitting snooze, or actually not snooze, off button. When my alarm goes off, I just take it off and continue sleeping. I don't know if you know this, of course you know, but you just never think about it. The more you practice a certain habit, the better you become at it. So if you go to the gym daily, it becomes part of you, and you cannot miss a day without going to the gym, because it's second nature, which is the same thing as hitting snooze. I realized that I'm hitting snooze all the damn time, so I kept switching my alarm off over and over again, that it became second nature for me. And what happens is a series of chain reactions, which is I end up waking up late, and then when I wake up late, I don't have time to put in the work when it comes to my business, so I go straight to work. And then when I go to work, I'm just irritated at work because I didn't put in the work for myself. I'm now blaming my myself for going to work and doing these things and thinking I need more time, yet I don't need more time. I'm just stuck in old patterns that I need to break. It's Thursday morning. I was on my laptop and I looked at the time. It's 7:37. I woke up at 6 this morning. I still haven't worked out, and of course, naturally, my first instinct is to beat myself up. Listen, I always tell myself I'm going to work out in the evening, and I don't. So if I don't do it in the morning, it just never happens. But what was the point of this? Again, I caught myself going into this negative thought pattern of, Sheila, you still haven't worked out. It's 7:30. And for me, that's how it begins. I have this negative self-talk that I'm recently being aware of. Anyway, I was journaling a little bit. I have my planner here, my journal. Well, I said planner because I was kind of planning out my week so that I can look at it at a glance. I just wrote that because I've been practicing hitting snooze, not even hitting snooze, when my alarm goes off, I hit stop and continue sleeping. I felt the need to do that today, even when I had enough hours of sleep. So the more you do something, when you're consistent at a certain habit, you become really good at it. Now for me, that habit was getting up, switching my alarm off, and going back to sleep. Anyway, I think I've been used to wasting so much time in the morning that even when I got up, I know what I have to do. I wrote down a list of things that I have pending, and I don't want to put pressure on myself to do so many, but still I'm wasting some time in the morning feeling like I know I need to relax, which is why I always need to wake up a lot earlier so that I have this chill time. I'm trying to create new habits, to bring back my regular morning routine so that I don't waste so much time in the morning. But for now, it's a little hard, let me just say. And today was the first day, not first day because I did it the last Monday. This is another Monday where I did a proper morning routine, and let me tell you, I've accomplished so much because now it's night time and I'm here recording this video. I put out content this morning because what? Because I did not hit the snooze button or take off my alarm. The second thing that came up was imposter syndrome. Now, this I struggle with a lot because I see a lot of content creators that come and then they do stuff just for one day and then they blow up all other people that are experts, and I feel like I'm not an expert, yet I actually am. It's just because I have not done it enough, or sometimes I feel like I need to make perfect content, and if it's not perfect, you cannot upload it. But there is no such thing as perfect content, and nothing ever happens from that place of wanting to be perfect, because you know what? The only thing that can make you perfect is practice, because you know that saying, practice makes perfect. So if you're not practicing, then how are you going to get perfect at what you want to practice, you know? You know, there is a difference between gift and skills. Gift is something that's God-given, whereby you're born with certain gifts, and skills are attained, meaning with time, experience, skills are built, and you can become better at almost anything you put your mind to if you practice it every day, put in the work. Like when you go to the gym, the first time you carry weights, you're going to start with a lighter weight, and before you know it, you're able to do heavier weights in the perfect form and all them things. And also, do not forget that you can be both a masterpiece and work in progress. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned, that I don't have to be perfect because I could be work in progress, and work in progress is also fine. But then again, while I was thinking about this whole perfection thing and imposter syndrome, I was like, why do I feel the need to be perfect? We live in a world that makes everything so superficial, and I feel the need to be superficial, yet I personally, to the core of me, I don't have that in me. I feel that I want to be the natural me, but I feel like that is not good enough, and I feel like you guys won't appreciate it if I don't do over the top stuff. You know how they do that girl routine and they're doing all these green smoothies, nice outfits. I'm out here wearing the same workout clothes year in, year out, because guess what? I'm a minimalist and I do not fit in all these different categories of life. But then I forget that I have a unique edge that is going to resonate to other people, and I don't have to be the same as everyone else like the world is trying to make it seem, you know what I mean? Also, I realize I'm inconsistent because I want to be perfect. You know those things like we upload something today, it looks good, but then the next day if it doesn't do as well, you start to think, oh my god, maybe I need to do this a certain way or this a certain way. But you don't have to, honey. You really don't. sometimes things just happen the way they do just because. Now, I took some personal inventory a couple of days back using the 90-day Be Your Own Bae journal. With the help of the journal, I got to see how I was spending my time, and I realized, I was spending my time on the dumbest shit. I'm so glad that Johnny Depp Amber Heard case is done, because that case kept me up all night, let me tell. Well, not all night, all day. I love my sleep, so I never compromise my sleep, which is really funny. I love money equally, but that's food for thought for me. Anyway, the moment I wake up, I'm watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, and it took all day. I watched each and every day in court like as if I was the lawyer or something, like they were paying me, man. It felt like I was watching a whole Johnny Depp movie live, Anyway, my point is taking personal inventory is really helpful, because if you don't do that, then you don't see where you're wasting time and where you can make changes, which is something that I preach very regularly. Always take the time to see how you're spending your time, because you end up in this predicament where you're like, but I have no time to do this, I have no time to do that. However, if you mindfully take the time to see how you're spending your time, you're going to see places that you're procrastinating, and you're going to understand the patterns of your procrastination much better, like what leads to what. For me, if I wake up and not do my morning routine, the first thing I'm going to do is open my laptop, watch YouTube, all those things. And the moment I open my laptop and watch YouTube, it's a downward spiral from there. As opposed to if I wake up and have my regular morning routine. I'm going to do an updated morning routine video very soon, so subscribe if you want to watch that. But yeah, if I just wake up with no plan and open up my laptop and not work out and do my morning routine, it's over. That day is gone. Because I tend to mindlessly consume information that is not even information, it's just a lot of, can I call it knowledge? Not even knowledge. Consuming a lot of information that's useless to my head, because none of that stuff is useful. What is the Johnny Depp case going to do for me? Nada. Just temporary entertainment, and if I wanted to right now, I could go back and find everything on YouTube still. Girl, get yourself together. I don't know if this has been convincing enough to sit down with your insecurities, fears, challenges, because it's very powerful. It's very powerful in the sense that when you get to meet that side of you, you become more compassionate, more understanding, as opposed to fighting this thing that you claim to have, Speaking of fear, one of the things that came up for me was fear. Like, I'm scared of instability. Let me rephrase that. I'm scared of not being employed. I feel like employment gives me this kind of security that I know even if I don't put in the work when it comes to my business and everything, at least I'm getting a salary that's going to pay my bills. Now, not having that is super scary for me, I think. Actually, not I think, I know. I feel like I'm scared of putting in 100% because I'm like, oh, what if it doesn't work out and then I'm out here without a job and all these things. So I tend to put in more work at work as opposed to putting in more work when it comes to my business. And I know this is the only thing that's going to give me the freedom and independence that I need. So I need to face my fears head on, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm facing my fears head on and just going in. That doesn't mean I'm going to quit my job. That means I'm going to spend my time wisely and try and do whatever it takes for me to become my own boss without any kind of fear. Because what's on the opposite side of fear? What is? I forgot. Success. So let's do this. On that note, if fear is one of those bad traits that you need to deal with, or insecurities, or whatever it is you call it, challenge, just know that without darkness there is no light. There is yin and yang, good and bad. So you'd never appreciate one without knowing what the other is, basically. So it's okay to be scared. Do it even if you're scared. Now, one thing I noticed about myself is I don't talk to myself with kindness. I preach a lot of kindness, but we forget that kindness starts with you, how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself, basically. So I'm typically the kind of person that wakes up in the morning and hit snooze, and I know that I hit snooze, and then when I wake up later, I start telling myself, oh my God, Sheila, you're a loser. You know, that kind of talk that is not helpful. The more you talk to yourself like that, that's a downward spiral. I just start feeling bad, and I start feeling like, oh my God, I can never win, all these things. I go to victim mentality immediately. My subconscious mind takes over, and it's a downward spiral. So I need to learn how to talk to myself with kindness, which is something that I've been practicing. I noticed this about maybe a week or two. This morning I was going through strange emotions that I thought I should share with you guys and be very vulnerable. So I got up, and because I didn't wake up as early as I wanted to, the first thought that came to my mind was, oh my God, Sheila, you are a loser. And I hate that thought. I didn't think it out loud, but there is a part of me that felt like I had already been defeated in the day, because ideally I would love to wake up much more earlier to get more things done. But the first thought, I caught myself telling myself how I'm a failure, you know. If you have to switch up your morning routine or whatever it is that you normally do to fit what makes you happy in the moment, do it, because it's a very thin line, for me at least, to have all this negative self-talk and talk myself out of the things that I need to do, because I get so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, now I have to do this, I have to do that. But like I said in the previous, oh my God, I look so crusty. It's fine. But like I said in the previous video, do one thing at a time, and before you know it, you have done so many things. Because you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to record part 2, as you saw in yesterday's video, but I want to start recording a serious part of this video, and I haven't even edited the one before. And in the past, from learning my patterns, one of the things I struggle with is that if I collect so much content, I tend to be overwhelmed with editing. Instead of me focusing on one thing, I kind of want to jump ahead of the plan, which is something I noticed about myself. Okay, and I've been practicing kindness and love, talking to myself with love, even if something happens. You know, when I'm talking to my loved ones, my friends, my sisters, if something comes up, I talk to them with so much kindness. Even if something bad happens, I'm just like, no, it's okay, whatever. I don't give myself that kind of kindness. So that's a wake-up call for me. And maybe you, if you're that kind of person. You know, they say energy is everything, and I just want to become an energetic match to all my goals and reach a point whereby everything I do is second nature, as opposed to feeling like I'm pushing myself, I'm self-sabotaging, I'm procrastinating. So I'm working on that. This all starts with setting up routines for greatness. So for me, that means having a good morning routine, having a good night routine, because for a good morning routine to work, it all depends on the night routine and all them things. So yeah, I'm trying to set myself up for greatness, and I hope this inspires you to do the same for yourself. This is actually really good. Well, this concludes my rant. Do not forget that on the other side of fear is freedom and success. And don't be fooled. Risk and bravery are not in absence of fear. So when you see all these people going after their goals and putting in the work they need to, just know they were scared, but they did it anyway. As always, do not forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. I will see you in the next one. Bye.